Now, honorable members, we know that, hold on with your point of order. We know that the country is a developing nation. And when we are developing, we must be progressive in any issue that we do. I also agree that we cannot run this country without making strategies on approach. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, after we have taxed nearly everything, there is no need of pretending of executing and implementing a 16% taxation.
Welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video.
So a few days ago, I made a video about one of the MP in Kenya, Honorable Millie, okay, and a lot of people love this particular woman, how bold she is and how she stands for the people, especially the girl child. So somebody commented in that video and said I should check out Bensuda. Okay, I've been seeing her video on TikTok, but I never really take a lot of time to really watch her videos until yesterday after I saw that comment of that person saying I should check her out, that she's also a very strong woman. Then you guys, I saw that this woman is spilling fire. Hey, see, it's like most of the women in the honorable house, okay, in Kenya, like most of these women are very strong women. The way and manner they present their talk, how bold they stand, how they speak, and everything is something that need to be studied. Trust me, a lot of women are looking forward to them, like they're always looking at them as inspiration. Trust me, these women are very strong women. How they speak boldly, how they stand brave, in the midst of men. You guys, let's go and watch this woman's video, then we'll come back and talk about her. Okay,
I'm hearing noise.
Honorable Bensuda, I know you're a teacher, but for now, be the member for Homa Bay.
Yes, I'm giving 2 minutes. I want to be very fast. Now, honorable members, we know that, hold on with your point of order. We know that the country is a developing nation. And when we are developing, we must be progressive in any issue that we do. I also agree that we cannot run this country without making strategies on approach. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, after we have taxed nearly everything, there is no need of pretending of executing and implementing a 16% taxation. Honorable Speaker, I want to tell you that this government talked about creation of employment to our youths. It is a very clear statement that most of us do not have employment opportunities, and the industry that must be supported, one which has been proposed by the Kisi woman representative, is the border. And border sector requires fuel. That is just one. Even the honorable members who are... I listened keenly, and I want to tell you that I came out blank. Why am I saying that I came out blank? One, in regard to staffing, you cannot tell a country that is on its knee that one of the strategies the county government should see and check on staff establishment. This is a country that is hungry. This is a country that lacks infrastructure. This is a country that is suffering excessive debts. This is a country that infrastructure, healthcare is not existing. I'm only wondering, a country which is supposed to be empowering the unemployed population, how is staff establishment a strong strategy from the national treasury in managing revenue allocation? How many staff, even if you're supposed to lay, assuming that a county government is supposed to have a staff wage bill at 35% and it goes at 55%, a reduction of 20%, how is it going to service all this that we're talking about? We are talking of a nation that wants to increase employment opportunities. We are talking of a nation that people are being laid off. A great embarrassment from the Teacher Service Commission. Yet we have a margin gap that we need more teachers to be employed. We are not able to sustain the competency-based curriculum. We are not able to sustain the JSS. We are not able to increase our employment rates. We are not able to empower our youths. And there was no clear framework on strategies of revenue. I'm disappointed. Number two, we are talking of different sectors should manage their pending bills by October. I was disappointed. How can the National Treasury walks into Parliament and tells us that they are still waiting to manage and collect the debt pending for institutions by October? Then that shows lack of preparedness. So are we making jokes here? We expected figures and facts. Figures and facts, nothing less than that. If you're talking about Kenyans are experiencing debt levels of this amount, that informs our increased budget. But you can't tell us you're still mapping out budget debts from institutions, which is to be submitted in October. Parliament is waiting for a finance bill next week. Basically, what are we talking about? A confused national treasury. A treasury that lacks expertise. A treasury that doesn't consult. My third disappointment, which now I understand why National Treasury cannot do their work. I sit in Committee of Communication, Information and Innovation. We have problems even in the Oversight Committee that we audit what the Auditor General has produced in the Decentralized Funds Account Committee. There are always issues with release or disbursement of funds for NGCDF and GAF not left alone. And then there is a problem on equalization fund. To ask, what is it that leaders cannot be honest? The 13th Parliament is not being truthful as to why we were elected. I've also heard before I left the country, when even members of the government were complaining that they don't know how to dodge, themselves they are under captivity. They cannot be open. Some of them even complained and confirmed that they were whipped to State House so that they are able to make sure that it is yes. I was shocked to read in the social media. I don't know whether content creators were the ones who were lying, to hear a senior government officer in this government talking about no projects would go to places where are going to reject the finance bill. Are we elected to play with Kenyans? Are we ready to serve this country? Are we ready to represent as per the Constitution 2010? I'm shocked. I don't know where to take the mantle from as a woman. I think this country requires adequate and thorough leadership. What is taking place is wrong. As a project planner, what ought to have come first, in my own view, he was the one who was driving this mantle. The Debt and Privatization Committee was supposed to table for this country what is the level and the state of this country in terms of loans, in terms of guarantees given. That would have been the first cycle. The second cycle now was supposed to be the budget to be read.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk. I can see you are now relaxed when Bensuda is on the throne. I'm very glad, and as a teacher I thought that I would get the motion before it was brought here, so that I restructure it to suit the debate in line with the current status of the situation of this country. Yes. When we are talking about we should stop demonstrations, they are not demonstrations. It is expression of the status of this nation. Peaceful march in exercising the opinion, in mind, in action, and what Kenyans are undergoing. Yeah. I want to state, as the woman representative of Homa Bay County, this nation is hungry, and there is no question about it. Yes. My second contribution, we were gladly advised by the Vice President that business will run as usual. Who stopped the business? Who told the people to close the business? Nobody advised anybody to close the banks, to shut down the hospitals, to shut down anywhere. Nobody did that statement. Why did Kenyans choose to close? Number three, nobody said that all Kenyans in the 47 countries are going to march to State House. I have heard members contribute that people dressed up in a state that they were going to take over from State House. Myself, I was in white. And I wanted to march peacefully because I represent the youths. I represent the hungry women. I represent the PWDs. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to tell you that I was told I am a woman and I'm representing all of them. I am on the floor, Mr. Speaker, sir, can you
What's your
protect
point
me?
of order?
I do not
Honorable
want
Maya.
interference.
Order.
When I'm making substantive statements, and I think he was sleeping, I talked about representation. I didn't talk about youth. Mr. Speaker, sir, I personally witnessed, because I closely navigated this city on that day. I began by the University of Nairobi, the world-class university where I went, and there was heavy firearms at those gates, a conducive which cannot encourage learning. I want to say that when I moved around Kibra and all Langata areas, it was armed policemen and tear gassing. Is that what we call security? Is that what we call peaceful demonstration? I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, sir, we miss concepts, and this country must be brought to order. We want leaders to be fair to the nation. We want leaders to be honest to the situation. When I walked into Parliament, personally, I've taken fruits. There is somebody who had not taken fruits, even for a whole year. Personally, there is a cafeteria there. I have eaten. The people who were demonstrating outside did not see even any form of food on their table. We do not take serious matters into jokes. It is a high time we must raise up and work as leaders of this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
I think at this point, right, Africa should try women presidents. Like all over Africa countries, let's try women in as head of state in each one of them. Because most of these African countries, like, right, that the men are ruling. No offense, but this is just it. I think they should try, electing women as president. Let's even see them. Let's even check them out. Let's even try and see what they have to offer. Because most of these women representing the Senate houses as MPs and all of that, some of them do better. They can pass better policies than even the men. And this is just my thoughts right now, okay? Having listened to Bensuda, listened to Millie, and some other great politicians who are female in across different countries, you guys, I think at this point, Africa has gotten to the point where we need women leaders, not just leading as political leaders in terms of political parties or being in the Senate or anything. No, let them be at the top as presidents, as governors, as Senate presidents. Let's check what they can offer, because trust me, women has a lot to offer. If you're actually in a family where you have lot of women and or lot of guys, then you have fewer women. You'll find out that you feel the impact of the women than that of the man. Once a man gets married, he has moved on with his life. But once a woman gets married, they also remember home. They find their way back to where they're coming from. They find their way back home. They take care of their family, their own immediate family, husband, children. They still take care of their parents even more than their male counterpart, right? They kind of take care of everybody in their family, even the community at large. Women are life nurturers and they're life givers. So why don't you want to give them a place at the top, and not just a subordinate, but a place at the top for them to try out their skills that they have as natural, as women, first of all, and see what they have to offer. Give them 4 years. If political time is actually 4 years or 5 years, depending on the country, give them that time and see what they have to offer. I'm not saying let them be Senate or anything. No, I'm saying let them be Senate president, be governors, be president, and then you will see what a woman really has to offer. Anyway, guys, I don't know what your thoughts are after watching this woman's video, right? If you have watched Emily's video, you will still know that there is a connection between these two people. Somebody said in one of the comment section that imagine Millie, the president, and this woman, the vice president, a lot is going to change. Okay, but you guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I'll be here to read from you guys, okay? As a woman, I just feel so excited watching women in power, in political corridors, doing great and amazing things, and of course, speaking out for the girl child, not just the girl child, but for the youth at large. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I'll be here to read from you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my videos. Do well to subscribe and do give this video a thumbs up. See you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.